When I first heard about this rumor, I was pretty concerned. I'm going to be fully transparent because I see a lot of different takes on this situation, and my take was that's pretty concerning. And my main reason for that is because of brand identity. I think brand identity is a really powerful thing. It's how you garner your audience and create fans, and I'm going to use the word tribe, but not in like the toxic tribe way. I'm talking about like the there's a book on this, primal branding way, where you literally are building your tribe of people that are really loyal to who you are and what you do. And I do think having exclusives, and those are part of your brand, is important to create that for a first-party platform. If you played Mario on PlayStation or God of War on Xbox, it takes a little bit of the specialness out of it, in my opinion. But I wasn't going to throw a fit about it. So then this update happens. We get this podcast to answer the questions. Are we actually going to be releasing games to other platforms? And the answer is simply, for now, we have 4 games that we are going to do. 4. And I don't want to tell you what they are, but we're going to do 4 games. And part of this, there's this article from Tom Warren that states, well, that's confusing. I'll do this for now. There's more information about that here and why, Phil Spencer didn't want to say what the games are, but it makes sense. He wants to let the developers promote that. He wants the developers to be able to have that moment and to not take that away. Totally makes sense, in my opinion. I could see some disagreeing with that. I've already seen some disagree with that. But I get it. Let the developers do that how they want to do that. Now, the 4 games are apparently 2 community-driven, 2 are smaller. Like, smaller, not meant to be like, these are our big AAA reasons why you buy an Xbox thing. So I see a lot of people speculating on what those are, being the favorites, being Pentiment, Grounded, Sea of Thieves, and Hi-Fi Rush. That has been like the popular thing. I have a difference of opinion on that. I have a very controversial opinion on that, actually. But I think the overall presentation, all I wanted was for them to be straightforward about this. Don't say case by case. Don't say some. Don't say maybe. Don't sound loosey-goosey. Sound like you are firm on what you are doing. There's room for, it's not like in bold ink, but at least, this is our idea. And explain why you're doing it. And I think they did that phenomenally. And I can't wait for anybody to point out why they disagree with that. Because you can. You absolutely can. But I think they did that phenomenally. Because, whether I agree with the decision or not, because this is why we're doing it. Like, that's all we need to know. We don't need to speculate on why, like, oh, it's all about money. Of course it's about money. I get tired of seeing people go, well, these companies aren't your friends. Of course they're not your friends, but that doesn't mean all they're thinking about is money. That's not all they're thinking about. Money is part of the process. It's why I greatly appreciate patrons. Shout out to Johan and Creature for being patrons to me, because that helps me make my content, and that helps any creator make their content. And that's what Xbox dived into here. They were saying how, at the end of the day, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we want to be a stable, strong platform. A platform that is not going anywhere, a platform that keeps growing, and most importantly, for the developers that we have, for the creators that we have, to keep doing what they're doing. And the more we grow, the more we can put back into them. I want to say that again. The more we grow, the more we can put into them, therefore producing games that our players will want to play. And that statement, I like that statement so much more than, of course, we just want to recover all the money we've invested. Of course they want to get money, but money is a tool. And I think that's something so many people forget about. Money is a tool. It's not the root of evil. It is a tool to create. And that's what they were saying here. And in that sense, I totally get it. I'm not saying I 100% agree with it, but I can at least fully understand. And like, that makes sense. And I love that they closed it out by saying, what is exactly the Xbox brand? What is the brand? You know, you've said it kind of throughout this whole thing, but they closed out with, you know, what does it mean to invest in Xbox? And I have a whole video talking about this where I forget the title of it, but it's something like how Xbox finally made me a fan or something like that. I think like the cover is me holding the Series Xbox. And in that video, I state it. I think what Game Pass did is it makes me feel like I am investing in a platform. I am investing in this idea where if I'm an investor, I get all the day one releases that this platform is making. And that's my privilege as an investor. And I want to keep putting into this platform because they are doing that. And the more people that are investing, then the more we get from it. But it's just about them making money. Money is a tool to create. And there was a moment also that Phil said during this that we had two choices. We either figure out, and they're two totally fair choices. The two choices are, we either focus on the people that we have. This is our focused audience. How do we get more out of them to keep making what we're doing? Or we can reach out, try to expand beyond our base audience to see if we can grow our brand that way. And they chose the latter. And not only did they choose the latter, that is the latter that they have been doing for the past few years. And it seems like they're not going to back off of it. And I think these 4 releases are them dabbling into that idea. And I think they all explained it very well. And they basically kind of sold me on the idea too, where it reminded me of my reason that I kind of became an Xbox fan is because I like the idea of investing in a platform that is providing to me, the investor. That's what you are as a Game Pass subscriber. When you're a Game Pass subscriber, I love that they clarified that too, that our main 3 things is our first party games are coming to Xbox all the time. Our Game Pass subscribers get games day one. And as it stands, Game Pass is only available to Xbox. And I love that they clarified that. And that is still the thing that you get as that investor and what you are doing if you're into the Xbox brand. So I overall was really content with how they did all this. I have more thoughts. I have things like what are the 4 games? There is also a mention of Diablo 4, finally, and other things. But that is what I thought.